What is up guys, Cardogger here, and today I'm here with a Digimon deck profile. Today we'll be going over the new MagnaGarurumon deck from BT-18. So this is not a blue hybrid deck because we are not running the blue hybrid engine. So if you guys want to see a blue hybrid version of the deck, please leave a comment down below and I'll try to make one. But for the most part, this build is mainly using Koichi and JP. Mostly Koichi just because it is a pretty strong engine. Though it might not be as consistent as the blue hybrid engine, I think the Koichi engine is worth looking at, and so we're going to do that in this deck profile. So first up, we're running 4 of the new Wanyamon. Wanyamon's got ability of on attack once per turn. If you have a yellow tamer on the board, you can give one of your opponent's Digimon minus 2000. So this effect is really good at just removing little floodgates, as well as small Digimon on the board. And it's also good at softening up big Digimon if you want to ram into it. So it's pretty good for that. And so we are running 4 of those. For the level 6s, we are running 3 of the MagnaGarurumon. So MagnaGarurumon's ability is on evolution and at the end of one's turn, once per turn, you can place one of this card's evolution sources to the bottom of your security stack, and then you can delete all your opponent's Digimon with the same level as the placed card. And then on both turns, whenever a Digimon attacks by adding the top card of your security stack to your hand, you can unsuspend this Digimon. So this can be used as a blocker as well as attacker, which is pretty nice. And having an effect to just delete stuff of a certain level is nice. So yeah, it's nice to have another copy of this underneath it so that you can potentially delete a bunch of level 6s, or just looking at your opponent's board, you can kind of prepare your security stack or your evolution sources with your Koji and Takuya. So yeah, it's pretty nice. We are going to be getting a new promo later, and I think that one's going to be pretty good for this deck as well. So you might see some small updates once that is released, but for the most part, I think this is a pretty good boss monster. Next, we are running 2 of the Susanomon. So Susanomon's ability is on evolution, and when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 10k or less DP, and then for every color in this card's source, you can add 2000 to them to the DP based Legion effects. And then on attack, by placing up to 5 tamers from this Digimon's evolution cards in the bottom of your security, you can trash the top of your opponent's security stack for every card placed this way. So this is pretty good as used as a finisher. It is used in my MagnaGarurumon deck, and yeah, Susanomon is a pretty solid card. It's got quite a lot of applications, and I think it's just a good rainbow level 7 that we can use in a lot of decks. Because even if you don't use it in a hybrid deck, since it is a rainbow evolution cost on any level 6, you can kind of do quite a lot of deletions, especially since there's a lot of decks that do run more than one color now. And if you do Blast Evolve into this, you can delete at least something that's 12k. And then if you have 2 colors, you can delete something 14k. So I think Susanomon is a card worth looking out for. But in this deck, it's got more uses, I guess, because you do have tamers underneath. And so yeah, it's pretty good as a finisher as well. Now let's move on to level 5s. So we are running 4 of the Digimon from BT-18. So Digimon is the level 5, like it's got the generic level 5 ability of the hybrids. So by placing 1 Loimon and a Kaiser Leomon from your trash underneath one of your purple or yellow tamers, the tamer can digivolve into this card for 3 costs, ignoring its requirements. And this card's got jamming, as well as on evolution, you can play a tamer card with inherent abilities from your trash without paying its cost. And then the inherent ability is on attack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6000. So combo with a Wanyamon, you can potentially minus 6000 on one of your opponent's Digimon, which is pretty good. If you are digivolving via a tamer, you won't be able to stack both of them at the same time. But if you do Digivolve into this with from one of your rookies, you can. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And being able to just cheese out tamers is really nice. So one of the reasons why we are running this level 5. And we're also running one of the Jet Sophimon. So Jet Sophimon is obviously really good. It's still restricted at 1, so that's why we're playing 1. But if you're evolving on top of a Digimon that has a tamer in its source, you can reduce the cost by 2, so it's 1 cost to evolve. And on evolution, you can, if you have a hybrid spirit in your trait, in your source, you can recover 1. So this is a pretty strong card. It's got cheap recoveries, and since you can Digivolve into this from your trash with your Loimon, I think it's got lots of uses. So even if as long as you see 1 copy of this, you're pretty much good to go. So yeah. All right. Next, for the level 4s, we are running the 4 Loimons. So on evolution, you can draw 1 and then trash 1, and then on attack, one of your Digimon or tamers may Digivolve into a purple or yellow Digimon with hybrid in its traits from your trash. So keep in mind, it is trash, so not this card is trash. You can Digivolve from the trash, so make sure you have your trash set up before you attack, because you might not have anything in your trash for you to Digivolve into. So trash management is pretty important for this deck. But this card does not give you the -1 reduction, which is okay, because you Digivolving from your trash makes your trash a toolbox, which I think is more useful than the -1 memory one sometimes. And then the inheritability is when this Digimon would leave the battle area, other than by one of their own effects, you can play a tamer with inherent effects from this card's source without paying its cost. So it's just the generic hybrid inherent ability from the human form ability from this set. It's nice that they made this as a rare. And of course, we're also running 3 of the Kaiser Leomons. So Kaiser Leomon is not as important in this deck, just because, or important in Digivolving, because on evolution lets you pop a level 4 or lower, and you just get retaliation, so it's not too important. But you do want it to be in the trash for you to go into Digimon from your Koichi if you need it. So we're running at 3, but I'm planning I might cut it down to 2 and just run something else. But 3 is okay for me so far. I might actually cut 1 out for an extra Metal Cavitariumon, because the blocker is a little bit more important than the retaliation. But I'll see. Alright, next, so we're running 2 Duskmon. So Duskmon is here because it can Digivolve on top of Koji for 2. And on evolution and on play, you can choose one of your opponent's Digimon, and until the end of their turn, that Digimon/Tamer is changed to one other color that is not white. So you can use this to prevent blast evolutions. So if you know your opponent's playing some sort of blast evolution in their hand, you can change their Digimon into a color that can't blast evolve into that, which is a pretty nice option to have. And then on attack, one of your Digimon tamers can Digivolve into a hybrid spirit level 4 card with a cost -1. So this one's a little bit more restricted than the other ones, but I think it's still usable. And the inheritability is on deletion, you can play a level 4 or lower tamer card from your trash without paying its cost. So the inheritability is a little bit stronger though, because I think being able to play any tamer from your trash is better. But the downside is this only works on deletion, so if it gets bounced or something, you won't be able to play it. So it's got upsides and downsides, but I think running it 2 just to prevent your opponent from blast evolving is pretty good. And we're also running 2 Agunimon. So instead of Lobomon, I am running Agunimons just because I do like the plus 2k. Since your MagnaGarurumon is 13k, and it is a little bit squishy, so getting the extra 2k to bump up to 15k makes it a lot more survivable when it attacks this security. But you know, it might still die, but at least you decrease the chance by a bit, right? So running Agreement for that reason, and also fetching combo pieces is nice as well. So yeah, we're running 2 of those. But if you want to run a noble one just for thematic reasons, that's perfectly fine as well. Next, we're running 2 copies of BT-18. So BT-18's ability is on evolution. This Digimon is not on an opponent's turn. This Digimon cannot be deleted by your opponent's effects. So it's all your opponent's effects, so it cannot be deleted by options as well. But it is restricted to just deletion. So if they bounce you, you're screwed as well. So it's a nice protection to have against certain decks, but it's not good against all decks. And on attack, one of your Digimon or Tamers can Digivolve into a black or yellow Digimon with hybrid trait in your hand, with the evolution cost decreased by 1. So this one is more akin to the Kumamon and Kazumon, but this one's pretty nice. Just being able to Digivolve into the Metal Carpetariumon for free is good. But we're running 22 of each because I don't think they're as important in this deck. So the Metal Carpetariumon's ability is, it's got blocker, and on evolution and on play you can de-Digivolve on your opponent's Digimon. And then the inherent ability is blocker, which is kind of important for this one. So potentially I might cut out a Kai's Leomon for extra Metal Carpetariumon, but that's to be seen yet. And now let's move on to the level 3s. We're running 4 of the Nemon. So I'm running Nemon in the same logic as the reason why I'm running the Volcomon from my other deck. So this is yellow, so you can Digivolve into from your Wanyamon if you need it. And the old one lets you just play a Tamer for free, but I think being able to search is pretty important because this deck doesn't have too many searchers. So this is pretty good. It helps you grab a Hybrid Spirit as well, Hybrid Spirit, 10 Warriors, and a Tamer. So you can potentially grab 2 targets, which is pretty good. So we're running 4 Nemons. And then the second ability is whenever one of your Tamers are played, Tamers with an inherent ability is played, you can get 1 memory back. So it's pretty good. Next, we are running 3 of the Cold Carpetariumon. This one is the generic rookie that is supposed to be the evolution line for the Hybrid Spirits. So this one is whenever one of your Tamers that are black or yellow, one of your Digimon or Tamers that are black or yellow would Digivolve into a multicolored Digimon, you can reduce the cost by 1, and the inherent is blocker. And then the Lylemon's ability is the same, except it's for purple and yellow, and the inherent is retaliation. So we're only running 3 of each because I am running extra Koichis in this deck, so I took these out for those. But space is a little bit tight for rookies, and when I was running 12, I felt like I seed them too much, so I cut them down to 3/3, and that's when I think I have the perfect balance of Tamers and Digimon. So now let's move on to the Tamers. We're running 3 of the Takuya and Koji. So these ones you can cheat out with your Rihumon when you need it. So as long as you have one in your trash, you're pretty good to go. I'm running 3 of the JPs. JP is starting main phase. Whenever you can ditch a Hybrid Spirit or 10 Warriors trait card to draw 1. So this is just used to filter out your hand and just get combo pieces in the trash. And the hair ability is actually whenever a target attack target is changed, you can play a Tamer from your hand without paying its cost. A Tamer with the inherent ability. So this is one of the ways you can use to cheat out your Tamers, but it's definitely less reliable than Zoe, because this one has to change. You have to have a target change in order to happen in order for you to proc it, which is a little bit more annoying. And so I think using the Rehemon method to just cheat timers out in this deck is a little bit better. Next, we're running 3 of the Koichis from BT-18 as well. So this one is the same as JP, except instead of drawing card, you can get 1 memory back. So yeah, being able to use this to just get more memory. And the inherent ability is whenever this card attacks, you can grab a Hybrid Spirit or a 10 Warriors card from your trash back to your hand. So pretty good at recovering combo pieces as well. So running 3 of those, and we're actually running 2 the Koichi from BT-7. So the reason why I'm running this card is because he's pretty cost efficient. He can play for 3 costs, it helps you draw a card, it helps you ditch a combo piece into your trash. So I've just set up play replays, and a lot of your hybrids can digivolve into this. So yeah, running 2 of these. And then we are running 2 the Susanamon option card, and we are running 2 the Darkness to Light, Thunder Cannon. So this is helps you digivolve into a MagnaGarurumon from your hand or trash, as long as you tuck 5 from either your hand or trash. So I think, yeah, pretty good. So overall, this deck is just pretty solid. I think it's a little bit easier to use than the Emperor Grey 1 deck because you don't have to rely on having the combo pieces in your hand. You can have cards in your trash, and that would they will be able to digivolve from the trash as well. So I think it's a little bit better that way. I'm still just debating which one I like more, the Emperor Grey 1 and MagnaGarurumon, but they're both really fun decks. I really like playing with their respective engines, just because it feels so anime, and I really like the flavor that they did. Though it can be a bit clunky at times, especially when you brick. Sometimes, actually, even with so many tamers, sometimes I still don't see enough tamers, because you want to have at least 2 or 3 tamers on your board to get things going. So not being able to see them early game is a bit of a problem. So yeah, but that's pretty much it for this deck. Hopefully, I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. But this deck is super fun to play, and yeah, I'll probably be showcasing either Lord Nightmon or a Hexablow deck soon. But yeah, leave a comment down below on which one you want to see. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys want to support the channel, feel free to use the affiliate links down below. But this is Kartaku, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!